Now we are going to talk about parameter tampering attack. Let's talk about the background concept about parameter tampering. It is based on manipulation of parameters exchanged between client and server in order to modify application data such as user credentials and permissions, price, quantity of products, etc. Let's talk about the example. See, parameter tampering can be done on the perform fields, on the cookie fields, or on the gate based parameters. For example, consider a user who can select from field value like combo box, checkbox. What if you will able to modify that field's data? That's called parameter tampering. This is another example. Our application is taking a product cost by this method. So in this example, an attacker can modify the value information of a specific item, thus lowering its cost. Example 3. This is a banking website where a attacker could tamper with the URL using other values of profile and debit. So a user wants to debit some amount from their profile to someone else. What if I will use someone else profile there and I will debit 2000, and if the application will successfully take this, then there is a parameter tampering. Let's talk about some concept there. See, basically browser or client send request to the server that we are sending price of this product $100 to the server. What if someone will intercept the request and modify according to the evil minded person, like we can do price to the -100 or $1, and if server will take action on that only, then there is a parameter tampering. Second case is, sometimes you will find this type of situations where QTY equal to be 50 and price will be 100. What if I will change this to 500 and you will able to get 500 quantity in $100? So then there is a parameter tampering. Sometimes you will get this type of situations where you will find cashback to 0 and amount of 100 for one product. What if I will do this 10,000, and if you will get successfully 10,000 cashback, then there is a parameter tampering on cashback field. I hope you understand the logic behind parameter tampering, and you will have clear visual about this parameter tampering in the demonstration phase. We'll see in next chapters, next lessons. I hope this is clear to you. Now we will see second example, parameter tampering on justcakespune.com. Let's open this website on browser. Okay. Now I made intercept is off because I don't want to intercept now. I'll first select a product, but I want to add in cart. So let's select a product. So if I will click, this may send some data we don't know. Now I will make intercept is on now. Let's click on select wait and buy. Let's forward this. Okay, I'll select 490 there. Okay, let's select any area to deliver this, but there is no matches, so I'll forward this. Let's wait, you can pick any weight. Let's click on add to cart. Now I got some type. See this, there is no amount equal to, there is no price equal to, but there is a type of product, that is 490 for half kg. Now what if I will change this to 1 and let's forward this. Now I don't want to intercept because I already done that alteration part, so I'll make intercept off now. See what you got, the price, the product price got changed to 1, but they took delivery charges, the $50. Now I don't want to pay that, so this is also a tampering steps. So I'll just delete this product. I'll go back one more time. I'll click on select and wait. I'll pick any address. Now see, now I will make intercept is on. Now select wait. Now click on add to cart. So basically I know that they will add 50 bucks for delivery charges. So what if I will make minus 40 there? Let's forward this. What happened there? See this? So they done the addition parts like minus 49 plus 50 and got 1. I just have to pay only 1 rupees, 1 bucks. So let's forward this now. See, you have to fill all the details and you have to pay only 1. So this is one case of parameter tampering. I hope it's clear to you. We'll have another demonstration. Now we are going to talk about HTML injection. Let's talk about the background concept of HTML injection. HTML injection is a type of injection issue that occurs when a user is able to control an input point and is able to inject arbitrary HTML code into a vulnerable web page. Basically, you have to find an input parameter, either get based or post based parameter, and if your input parameter reflect back to you, there you can execute any HTML code. And if you succeed to execute any HTML code on web page, there is a HTML. Let's talk about the impact of HTML. It can allow attacker to modify the page. Basically, you can execute any HTML form there. You can execute any HTML redirection method there, or you can load DOM onto the web page. So these are, or you can uh, use a fake login page to hijack user sessions or user credentials. That's also possible by HTML injection. I hope it's clear to you what an attacker can do by this vulnerability and what is this HTML. If not, we will have a discussion session over there and you can ask me any QA there and I will clear your doubts there. Now we will see how to hunt for HTML injection. So steps is very simple. You have to find input parameter, either get based or post based, and you have to give any input there. If your input reflect back to you on same web page, there may be HTML. Then after this, if you find your input is reflecting back to you, basically there may be HTML injection. And if you succeed to execute any HTML code there, then there is a HTML injection. So I will do step by step. First I will find an input parameter, either get based or post based. So I am taking this website now. So there is a input parameters. Let's give any input there, and if your input reflect back to you on a web page, there may be HTML. So my input reflect back to me, and that means there is a HTML. Now I will try to execute any of the HTML code. So it's a very simple HTML code is this h1. You can give this: you have been hacked by offensive hunter. Okay, now I execute this HTML code there. Let's and if this executed successfully, then there is a HTML injection. Let's try to execute on some get based. Let's try there. I'm giving her hello. and hello is reflecting back to me on the web page. So I will try to execute here this code. See, it's executed successfully. Let's try on some of the post parameter also. Let's try on this comment system now. So there is a two parameter, one is name and other one is comment, and I don't know which one is vulnerable. So I'll give something this Batman 1, Batman 2, and I got the Batman 1 is reflecting only. So I'll go back, I'll give here this payload. Let's submit. What happened? See this? So they are executing my HTML code. So there is a HTML injection. Now if I will do this, let's try this hello, and there is also a parameter in get. Now if I'll do this hello here, but hello is not reflecting, so we cannot execute any of the HTML code there. So this is not vulnerable, this parameter is not vulnerable. So I hope it's clear to you now how to find HTML injection. We'll see the live demonstrations after this. So I think you understood how to hunt for HTML injection, how to find HTML injection vulnerability. So the step is very simple. Again, I am repeating you. Find a input parameter, either get based or post based. If your input reflect back, try to execute any HTML code. Let's talk about the exploitation of HTML injection. What if instead of h1, if you will give this, then this will create a redirection button on the web page. If someone will click on that, they will redirect to bing.com. So it's called a modifying content of web page. Let's try on this website. First I will try on woodlandworldwide.com. Find a input parameter there. The basic rule, just give any input there. I'm giving Batman there. If Batman reflect, try to execute any simple HTML code first. That is this, you have whatever. See, it's executed. Then execute our HTML exploitable code, that is this. And if someone will click on this offensive hunter, they will get redirected to bing.com. So that's a vulnerability. Now let's try on this projects.knmi.nl. If you have to find this vulnerability on this website, you have to first find input parameters. So for this you can use bobsuit. Go to proxy, intercept is on, just reload that page, projects.knmi.nl, right click, send to spider, make intercept is off, go to target, right click, spider this host. Now see, you got lots of parameter there. One is tag, after the tag language, time frame, then there is info and product. Let's try one by one. I'll first try on tag field. I'll right click, send this to repeater. I'll go to repeater. Let's search this in response, the value of the tag. See, it's reflecting. It's reflecting. Okay, just give something else here, Batman. And let's search for Batman, it's reflecting or not. See, it's not reflecting. That means it's not a vulnerable. Let's go to target. Try on this now. The language. There are three parameters. I'll give there Batman 1, Batman 2, Batman 3. Because why I am doing this 3? Because I don't know which one is vulnerable. And let's search for Batman only. So there is no matches in response. That means it's not reflecting back. Let's go to target. See, now try there. Send this to repeater. Let's try there Batman 1, Batman 2. Let's click on go. Let's search. So it's not reflecting again. Now I will do one thing. I'll make this as earlier. I'll try one by one payloads. Let's try here Batman. Let's click on go. Now I got some response there. What if let's copy this URL. See, what if I will inject this HTML code there? Let's execute this now. So I got there is a clickable button now. What if I will click there? It's reacting to bing.com. There is a HTML injection. You can also load DOM base there. Just copy this code. It's a DOM loading. You can try there. So maybe it's not executing your DOM payloads. Yes. So it's not executing, no problem. Okay. Now we will see file inclusion. File inclusion vulnerabilities allows an attacker to include a file either through locally, including locally file, or remotely. Usually exploiting a dynamic file inclusion mechanism implemented in the target application. The vulnerability occurs due to the use of user supplied input without proper validation. So let's talk about the impact of this vulnerability first. Impact of file inclusion. So impact will be code execution on the server. You can basically what that mean, code execution on the server, what that mean? You can try to execute a meter repeater command there, the meter repeater shell command, reverse connections there. You can also execute code execution client side also, or you can use for DOS attack. You can use for information disclosure, sensitive information disclosure. This attack can lead sensitive information disclosure like the system password, system configuration details, etc. There are two types of file inclusion. One is local file inclusion and other one is remote file inclusion. So local file inclusion, let's talk about that now. Any parameter, if they will have some local file, example any.com/index.php referrer equal to whatever login.php. So this parameter, that means referrer parameter, is including some local file, then there may be file inclusion, there may be local file inclusion. Let's talk about remote file inclusion. Remote file, any parameter if they will have something remote web.com/file, then there may be remote file inclusion. Example, any.com will have something like of share share is a parameter equal to something like http://facebook.com/status id equal to whatever. So this is they are including some remote file. So there may be remote file inclusion. So it's not necessary that, see, I told you there may be any parameter. Let's talk about the possible parameter first. So these are some common parameters you have to look for LFI and RFI, like file, document, folder, root, path, PG, style, PDF, template, PHP path, document, destination. So these are for the local file, the first one, and another one for remote file inclusion. So I hope it's clear to you the idea about the file inclusion. If not, we will have a discussion session over there. Let's talk about LFI versus RFI. So I'll teach you through practically in practical way LFI versus RFI. See this. Let's example, if target web server is based on, is reside on, you can say Linux platform. So then their server path will be what? You can say /var /ww /html. It's a normally thing. Okay, now, and let's take examples. Any.com having something like this. Any.com / there is a index.php question mark, there is a file equal to, and there is a login.aspx. I'm just, there is a Trump image, trump.jpeg. This image is including from getting fetched from this directory. Okay, there is a trump.jpg, and this they are basically including there. Okay, now, and you are getting the data of trump.jpg on your web page. Done. Now see, what if I will do I will try to fetch system configuration files. So system configurations, you can fetch system configuration files by going root directory. Like see this, you have to go to there, you can fetch some like .bash rc files or something, anything file, okay, by going /. Okay, now, or you can even fetch system like etc, because etc directory contains system configurations. You can try to fetch this. So you have to route to /etc/password from the front end. So if you are doing this, now see this, trump.jpg included there. Now see, what if I'll, instead of this, I will give /. So I'll be in directory of what? This directory. Now I'll give one more time, so I am directory of www directory. Now what if I'll give // then I'm in root directory. Now I can, after if I will in root directory, I can traverse to etc directory. So I'll give the etc/password, and if I will able to fetch this file, so we are fetching local link file, basically we are fetching system configuration files from front end, then there is a local file inclusion attack. Now see, let's talk about remote file inclusion attack. Now remote file inclusion, see, let's example same file equal to, but they are not including some local file, they are taking from the remote http:/remote web.com. They are including some remote file there, trump.image, and they are including this. Now see, if I will get to know that they are including some of the remote website data, what if I will load /index.php question mark file equal to http:/malicious domain.com/malicious file, and if they will load this content, then there is a remote file inclusion, malicious.php whatever. So then there is a remote file inclusion. So this can lead a complete web server control. Yes, that's true. Now let's talk about that this is not a single file, so you have to look for what if the target web server will be Windows based, then you don't have to find /etc password, because you won't find, because etc password is not a property of Windows files. So you have to look for this file now, /boot.ini or any other system configuration files of C directory. Yes, so again there will be same thing, // but you have to fetch this file now in this case, or any other system configuration files. So I hope it's clear to you the local file inclusion versus remote file inclusion. I'm not teaching you the different sorry, you can say the descriptions about LFI and RFI. You can search on Google. Okay, so I'm just showing you the practically in a practical way. Let's talk about LFI hunting. For this, you have to find a parameter that includes some local file. Let's try on this website first, the testphp.vul and wv.com. I will copy this. So if I have to find a parameter, I have to spider this host. So I'll go to browser, I'll open this website. I got request there, testphp.vul and wv.com. I'll send this to spider. Let us spider this. Yes. So I spider this website. Now for LFI, I have to find any parameter that includes some local file. So I'll double click on params now, but I am not getting any file who is including something. See this? In this case, I will search some of the parameters like this: file equal to, document equal to, folder equal to, root equal to, path equal to, like this. So Bob should search file equal to, in scope only, request header, not in response header. See, I got some of the file equal to some file, some local file. See this? I will right click, send this to repeater now. Click on go. So this is the data of these pictures. And maybe this is coming from some of the file, some of the directory of server. Now I'll give here what? /etc/password. etc/password. Let's click on go. But I am not getting the etc password data. So I'll have to move to another one directory back. I have to go one directory back. So I'll give dot slash. But I'm not getting data of this. I'll try one more dot slash. Now I got data of this etc/password. See this? So this is vulnerable by LFI. So this way you have to find LFI on the websites. See, it's not only single file. It's not a single file. Okay, there may be multiple. You can try for the etc slash. You can also try for proc/self/environment. Let's click on this. See, you are not getting procs. Okay, you are not getting this process environment informations. So I hope it's clear to you how to find manually. Yes, if not, we will have another chapters. Don't worry about that. Okay, now we will see LFI exploitation. For this, you have to install Python 2.7 on your environment, as well as you have to download LFI suite from this link. I already downloaded. Now I have to first find the URL is vulnerable or not. So I'll do here /etc/password. I got etc password data. That means this is vulnerable. Now if I'll get to know that this link is vulnerable, now what to do now after this? You have to use LFI suite. So open terminal. I'm already on LFI suite master. I will run python space LFI suite.py. Yes, there is two options. One is directly exploiter and another one is scanner. So you can use both. I'm directly using exploiter. None. No, I don't want to use tor. So see, we don't know which file is there. Either proc/self/environment is there, php filter is there, php input is there. So you can directly try 9 number, that is auto hack, and you can give a vulnerable URL there. Enter the name of file containing the paths to test. So like these are the paths: etc password, proc/self/etc group, anything like that. See this? LFI worked and it opened a shell for you. So open the shell means what? You can give ID, you'll get id, you can give uname, you can give ls. See this, you can give cat slash etc slash password, you are getting password, you can give cat. So you have a control of the server, complete server. Yes, you can pwd, yes, pwd. So you have a control of whole server. So this is called LFI exploitation.